Oliver has become one of the most hated individuals in the Incredibox community, from his childish behavior to other worse accusations. He single-handedly managed to be disliked by any who interacts with him. In this video, I'll show you what he's been accused of so far. Oliver appears to not really understand what consent is, or at least not in the way we understand it. Oliver made a video teaser about his upcoming mod. There's nothing wrong with it until you look at the thumbnail and see a text. Derek was here. That's not Oliver's name, obviously, and Oliver knows it well. The actual Derek has tried many times to make him stop putting that name in his videos, but to no avail. Here we can see Derek politely asking Oliver to get Derek was here out of the thumbnail, but Oliver appears to evade it in the most entitled way possible. Like, yes, you appear in my video, you should be grateful. And that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, because there's more to this. There's this one user called Satori who makes really cool art. Well, guess what happened to their art? A. It got deleted. B. It got first place in a competition. C. Oliver stole it. Or D. Nothing happened. If you guessed C, you're correct. Oliver's used their art in his mods without any type of permission whatsoever. We can see Oliver adding not one, not two, but 5 different polos containing Satori's art, and them not being so happy about it. Oliver apparently doesn't care if he uses others' work because he's credited them, so everything's fine. Oliver said on many occasions that he's 15, but most of the time it looks like he's at least 5 years younger. He seemingly is unable to take criticism in a normal way, like, oh, okay, tell me what you don't like so I can improve. He just crashes out thinking all criticism is a form of hate when they're telling him how to improve. Here we have one image of Chiefabel's DMs, and it says, I read it all. Criticism and roast are different, much different. About criticism, like what Dionysus tells you, what his opinion are on your mods. If it's mid, then it's not the hype he's looking for. He just wants to help you making your mod better than before. I just thought he wanted to piss me off very much, just like the other ones who pissed me off. What's even more funny, in my opinion, is that he said this around some months ago. Hey guys, I have some great news. I'm now in 7th grade. Now, bear with me 1 second. If people already think you're a kid, this doesn't really help at all, because 7th grade in the US corresponds to an age of 12 to 13, and we all know, or we all should know, that the minimum age requirement to use Discord is 13. So him saying that he's 15 is a straight up lie, because if he said this year that he's in 7th grade, it's impossible for him to be 15 years old. I forgot to mention that he's completely delusional. I put someone without their permission in lots of my videos for a mod about hating on people, and now they hate me. Why's that? Here is a screenshot of my DMs with Oliver, and I said, I don't think people will like Victim Box at all. And he says, it's literally about my victims that hate me. Like Loser YT, for example. He was like my most famous victim since I put him in a lot of my videos. He hates me. He tells me to shut up and he kicks me out. And I say, and? And of course, Oliver responds, I hate him. He also dislikes my videos a lot for no reason. Like, yeah, he hates you for no reason. Of course, he doesn't like your videos because you put him without his permissions, and now he hates you. I don't know. Maybe think, use your brain, I guess. Chapter 3, Depression. I love this image. Oliver created this image. I don't know why, but I had to put it in the video because I honestly love it. Now, what happens when people don't like what you make, but you still have an inflated ego? Well, here is a screenshot of Oliver saying a thing. Now I read it for you because I'm that nice. Whatever, I'll stop. I'll sit there in the sunset crying, thinking about feeling better. I just want friends, not hate, only peace. Anyway, I'll definitely disappear for a while, so I can go depressed so long as I want to, so I can feel better. I can take a break, listen to sad songs and sad music so I can feel better. I hope you guys will miss me because I was the most talented person you guys ever met in this community due to the fact that I made Incredibox mods since I was 13 years old. But anyway, peace out and goodbye. And we have another image to complement this second one because why not? Thank you so much for 2 years of my Incredibox modding career. I'll come back to the community when I'm ready, just in case of all of this drama and stuff was stressing me out and that I couldn't even handle all of this and I had to leave the community. I'll see you in a couple days when I come back to the Incredibox community. Thank you for 2 wonderful years of my career. Notice how he says days instead of weeks or months? Well, I think that's intentional because, well, he never planned to leave the Incredibles community. He just wanted to see if people's reaction would be like, "Oh no, come back, we love you." Uh, that never happened. Anyway, he comes back again, like I didn't predict it from the image that says days. Now, we can't have a kid who isn't edgy in some way, can we? Oliver also appears to be misogynistic, as shown by these screenshots. Why do you dislike Bo? Because she's a woman. Of course. Why hate someone because she's a woman? That makes so much sense. Another image. Oliver, you don't know how much I want to fucking slap you right now. I'm gonna get slapped by a woman? Oh no! This is so. I feel like my brain cells are dying. Anyway, he also thinks that nothing's wrong with pedophiles because, well, why not? I suppose him being edgy is like cool. Also, he sent me like 2 days before recording this video um a message quite peculiar. Listen, man, I have developed PTSD, dementia, and schizophrenia. I can't do this anymore. Please, I want to be a better person again. People always hate me. Please, how do I make people like me again? Yeah, so it appears that he also fakes mental diseases like, oh, yeah, schizophrenia. Yeah, of course, you can develop schizophrenia from getting hate. Yeah, you can also develop PTSD from people hating on you, and of course, you can also develop dementia from getting hate because yeah, the one of the worst mental diseases you can get, which makes you a husk of yourself and is quite depressing, honestly, for all the people around you that don't suffer from it, because you eventually forget everything. You become like soulless practically. So him saying that he has dementia, um, not only is it false, but it also is outraging in a way because um, why why mention that you have one of the worst? Why mention that you have one of the the one of the worst mental diseases known to this day. Why, Oliver? What what did you have to think for that to happen? I know that screenshots may not be the best way to explain everything, so I asked around if someone would like to talk about their experience with Oliver, and one person agreed to it. So here's what they said.
Hi. So, I used to be friends with Oliwer. During our friendship, he used to vent to me about people who hated him and his mods, and I tried comforting him the best I could. He always talked about himself, his mods, and his haters, and barely ever talked about me. I felt like he just didn't really care much about me and wanted someone to just talk about himself with, and he was also pretty rude to me. I used to pretend I liked his mods because I didn't want him to be upset. That was months ago when we were friends. Now he's a homophobic, fatphobic, misogynistic person. He doesn't care about consent or boundaries and put real people who said no into his mods. My friend Derek also used to be his friend, defending him and stuff, but not anymore. Oliver was obsessed with trying to make Derek forgive him, but put her in his videos and just didn't care about her boundaries or her saying she didn't want to be in his videos. He also compared pretty normal people to pedophiles and made made jokes. And one said, "Hey, what's wrong about pedophiles?" And it's just a really uneducated person and just really hates women, I guess.
We have my own opinion because, well, it's my video, so you get to enjoy my voice even more. So I met Oliver in February this year. The first thing he sent me was a link to a teaser of Victim Box V2. I told him I didn't really want to watch the video, but well, then I did watch. I stopped around 2 minutes in because I didn't really like it. I criticized the video editing skills, the obnoxious voice he used. And also him using other people's characters like Mr. Puzzles for his stuff. Yeah, he started going all defensive. Like, my friends like it, so it must be good. And I told him that, well, he has only 3 friends who said that the video is good. So if he's trying to reach like hundreds or thousands of people, saying like three is insignificant. Hey, it's me from the future. While editing this video, Derek sent me a message last minute asking if she could speak about Oliver, and I said yes, obviously. So here's what she said.
As somebody who has experience with Oliver, I can completely agree everything that's going to be said in this video. He hasn't been nice in the slightest. He does not know what consent is. He's been using serious and mental health conditions like schizophrenia, dementia, depression, PTSD, schizophrenia, all that, just so people would actually care for him and like him. But they know he doesn't have that. He's been using it just to get himself attention. It's not cool. Like, even the worst villain on Earth wouldn't do that. But yeah, with Oliver though, it's terrible. And if you have any interaction with him, you will regret being his friend. You won't like him. To be honest, here's what I did. I blocked and ignored him on Discord, and yet he still tries to communicate with me through like other servers that he's in with me. I'm not in any more mutual service with Oliwer because he's left most of them because of criticism and hate. Even though that criticism and hate is very valid to people who hate Oliwer. Because his mods aren't that good. He's using other people's characters and art that isn't his in his videos, thinking that it will be good and such. And if he gets the slightest compliment, I saw this in a screenshot not too long ago, if he gets the slightest compliment, he's like, yes, people like me again, I'm so happy. You had you had all the time to make people like you. And now that you get the slightest compliment, you think people are gonna like you then? That's not how that works. Oliver is saying all this because he sent me a 3-minute voice message of him just breathing heavily, he said, crying, whispering, and from what I heard, his parents do not want him talking to strangers online, which makes him sound even more younger. We've told Oliver many times to improve, be nicer, know what most words mean and whatnot, but he still doesn't listen. I'm pretty sure he's threatened half of the Incredibox community within Jacko, in Jacko's server, half the Incredibox community, just because people don't like him. People don't like him for a valid reason. And I know people who don't like Oliver, like Satori. There's even an entire hate club on Oliver, just because people don't like him. Everything that's going to be said in this video is completely valid. And I respect that. I genuinely respect that. Because most people, all of people on Discord hate Oliver. Well, people I know. I don't know about other people who've met him. He used to DM me saying that, oh, why do people say no? And I had an old server but deleted it because, it wasn't really, I didn't really want it anymore. He sent some drama in there, and I had to delete it, and I DM'd him about it. It's like, hey, you can't be sending this type of stuff in here because it includes drama about you. It hasn't been good for Oliver these months, and I don't appreciate that. His actions cannot be forgiven after this. He's been the most disliked Incredibox person in the Incredibox community. He's even quote unquote reskinning mods, reskinning other people's mods. He reskinned the traffic mod, and any other mod out there, reskinning mods that aren't yours is not gonna boost your career. It's just gonna make you more hateable. It's just gonna make you more of a target. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I just don't know what to say about Oliver. And again, he could be associated with PDF files because he's like, oh, what's wrong with PDF files? I'm sorry, I just had to get all of this off my chest, but I hope you all understand. I'll see you later. I might put this on my channel if you want to go subscribe to it, by the way. So, yeah, that's all I have on Oliver. Just my experience with him. Other people had, similar experiences. Sorry, I'm stuttering too much. Alright, that's all. See ya. Love y'all.
To this day, Oliver hasn't changed at all. Even when lots of people have told him what he's doing wrong, he refuses to change and he still commits the same mistakes over and over again, day after day. He still steals others' art, he still uses others' work like SMG4's Mr. Puzzles, and he still behaves in the same way that got him banned from many servers. Oliver, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, make a change. Stop making Incredibox mods. Stop including people in your work without their consent. Listen and learn to others' opinions, because criticism should always be welcome and not mistaken with hate. Thanks for making it to the end. If you find this video useful, um, why not share it to make this situation known? I pretty much appreciate it.